the ball. Step back, long three. Got it! Oh, my!
Tipped by Jimmy Butler. Saves it on the sideline. Feed down low. Butler for the jam.
We just got to find a way to win it.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew.
I'm Rachel Nichols. I'm here with Richard Jefferson. We're coming to you from on the court inside the bubble. And Richard, you were on a very famous team, 2016 with the Cavaliers, that was down 0-2 in the NBA Finals. How did you guys have the mental sort of strength and gathering to come back from that?
Well, I'm not going to say that we had a Marcus Smart moment, but you have to have belief, and guys have to look each other in the eye and be able to say, like, hey, this is unacceptable. We saw the highlights. Everyone saw the highlights of the Miami Heat down the stretch, just out hustling that. And you know who else saw it? The Boston Celtics, and that's what they need to improve on, just that hustle and maintaining it.
Do you feel like the Celtics have what it takes to do what you guys did?
I believe this deficit is far different. This deficit is far different than what we're facing. There is no home court advantage. Everyone has that consistent part of the home court. But I think it's all about their mental fortitude. And if Marcus Smart or whoever, if they were going to have a moment, down 0-2 is the moment to have it, because you don't want to go down 0-3.
Kemba Walker told me it's all joy right now with this team, that they have talked things through. Do you buy that? Do you think that over the course of a couple days, guys who legit like each other, they've had great chemistry all year, can get to that good place?
Well, in order to be successful and have high-level success, you got to be able to call each other out. You got to be able to man up, and then you also have to be able to take criticism and then move on from it. And so. I believe that these guys have been down here for 2.5 months because they want to win a championship, and sometimes there's going to be some moments that, you know, everybody are going to get tested in those spots.
Well, look, it's been hard their whole way down here, and I know that they do not want to give up now. They know if they let go of the rope in Game 3, it's going to be very, very hard to come back from. Thanks so much, Richard. Back to you, Maria.
All right, so the Celtics, they're down, but they're certainly not out. According to ESPN's BPI, Boston has a 30% chance to win this series and advance to the finals for the first time since 2010. However, tonight's a must-win. No team has ever come back from being down 3-0 in a series. Ever. Paul Pierce, I'm just going to come straight to you. And when you hear that and you see the graphic, what are we thinking? How are we processing this?
This is a must-win, clearly.
Yeah.
This is clearly a must-win, but I think they're going to bounce back. I mean, they get Gordon Hayward back tonight, and I think that's a huge plus for them as far as, no, he won't have a good rhythm. No, he's not going to be who he was before he got injured, but the presence of Gordon Hayward. So now I say, look, at the end of games, when you don't have to help off Tice and that Gordon Hayward's in that position, that's presence right there. Now when you come down on those switches on Gordon Dragic, that's not Tice, that's Gordon Hayward right there now, a guy who can slide his feet a little bit better. So it's little things that he brings to the table that's going to help this team toward the end of games.
Are we this sensitive in 2020 where it becomes like such a crazy story that a team gets in an argument after they've lost their second game in a row, down double digits? Like, sometimes that's exactly what you need. Like, I give Marcus Smart credit. You need somebody to be that dog in the locker room and say, yo, what are we doing? To challenge people. You know, if that led to a scuffle between him and Jalen Brown, then good. It should lead. Jalen Brown, Jay gave the stat the other day. What's their record when Jalen Brown scores over 20 points?
They're
15-1.
undefeated.
So why can't he get the ball in the third quarter, fourth quarter? Why does he shrink and get away from, like, they need to confront that. And by the way, we're going to show tape of it. I mean, I've never seen a team play so poorly against a zone. It's a zone. You play against a zone, they should be dicing that up.
Teams don't prepare for zones, though. Who practices? When the last time you seen a team play a zone in the playoffs?
Like, I mean, I've seen grammar school teams play against zone.
This is NBA. This is playoff.
I know, that's exactly
This is
my
to go to the
point.
championship.
That's my point.
This is to go to the finals. So,
However,
you know, they're not preparing.
The Celtics should have known because we've seen the Heat play.
Absolutely. But, like, yeah, listen, teams don't practice. Like, even in my last days, we didn't practice for a zone. And so I can see how it stifled them. Now they had some time to go over some things, but it's not like having that training camp practice to where you can have something consistent.
But on the outside 3-2 zone, though, it's like a basic 3-2 zone. It's not like they're some amoeba zone.
But if you're not a member of the team, if you think about the two guys that were allegedly arguing, Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart, if you teleported a style and a culture of the Miami Heat, you would say that they could go run with them.
Yeah.
Right? That's who those two players are. They're about toughness. They're about things that don't show up in the stat sheet. And when Jimmy Butler is getting deflections, clutch time late, and saving them with his left hand and getting dunks, players that actually play defense, that makes them frustrated. And I can see why both of those guys were upset because of what you said. they know it's do or die tonight.
Absolutely.
They know it's do or die tonight.
Absolutely.
We all know what happens to his Celtics if they lose tonight.
Like I
If
said,
the Celtics lose tonight, I'm going to invest in Big Face Coffee. If they lose tonight, they're not losing
And
tonight.
I'm going to get another Walees for Eric Spoelstra.
all right, hey ladies, guess what? WNBA playoffs, they roll on tomorrow. The Suns squaring off against the MVP, Asia Wilson, the top-seeded Aces at 1 Eastern. Then we've got Sylvia Fowles and the Lynx taking on Stewie and the Storm. Both games are streaming live on the ESPN app, so you can watch them absolutely anywhere. I do know what Walees means. Thank you for teaching me that. We've been working on it. All right, you heard Uncle P say it. Gordon Hayward is back for the first time since August 17th, Jalen.
He has great hair as well, and he's going to help against that zone. Another ball handler and another shooter.
All right, I guess the gray hair, maybe it'll help him. Experience matters here. The Heat culture, it's a lot of things, but balance might be the most important.